All right, hello, and this is part two to the good afternoon announcement. So, I'm going to share my experience with Emily. So, I've known Emily probably since 2018 ish, maybe 17. I don't know, but for sure, I knew her in 2018 for sure. Okay, and so around that time is when I was like starting the speed clinics, and that's when I was thinking about this, but it's also when I started running. And Emily lived like a mile away. I think it took me like it was a mile to run there. So she lived there, okay? And this is when she was starting her business and being a private yoga instructor, and she was also really interested in like sound healing and all of that. And I remember she went to India, which was crazy to me because she was married, and I mean she's still married, but she's like, I was like, your husband's gonna let you leave to India for like all these months? And she was like, yeah. And so it felt like forever she was gone, but it's like really remarkable because to make that kind of sacrifice, because obviously you could learn things online or you could learn things in person, but she wanted to get the best training that she can get, and she did whatever it took and she went there. So anyway, so let's just talk about my experience with Emily. So basically, Emily has done for me, I've gone to her sound bowl healing private sessions, I have had yoga with her, and she's actually helped me become a better runner, and she's helped my relationship with food. So, but let's talk first about the sound bowl stuff, because that one was something I had never heard of, but it still intrigued me. And our sessions were pretty short. Like, she told me that they could be for an hour, but I was like, girl, I am too busy. There's no way I can sit here for an hour. So we do like 30 minutes or 45 minutes, but for me, I felt like that was all I needed, because when I tell you, it was great. So what I liked about it, so basically when I was doing the speed clinics and then preparing for this race, I had so much anxiety, but it showed up more as anger. Like, I was just angry. I was angry that people weren't signing up, or I was angry that people who did sign up were not doing their best, or I was just like, but it was just a different type of anxiety. So anyway, so when I would go to these sound bowl sessions, it's like I'm laying down and she has these bowls that are like playing these, like it's an immersive experience, and I do need to try doing this online to see, because I haven't been able to do it online yet. But what I loved about it is because Emily knew me, she knows what I'm going through, and the issues that I had as being a stenographer and as opening up the steno programs that I was doing. Anyway, so like it became like meditation, and like when I'm telling you, I would leave feeling so at peace, like, and empowered. It was just incredible, because for like 30 minutes you're just there, and then you're just thinking like, she's going to tell you, what do you, to kind of help you guide your thoughts and stuff like that. And it was just really an amazing thing. And I mean, and because it was so short, it was like addictive. Like, I just wanted to keep coming back and back and back, because I don't know, it's just incredible. So I definitely want to bring that up, because I don't know if you guys have heard of sound bowl healing and stuff, but if you haven't, I definitely think Emily is the perfect person to introduce you to it. Another thing that Emily helped me with was yoga. So I always tell people I hate yoga, and I don't know if I can say I still hate yoga now, but what I needed it is because I was sitting so much, and then if I wasn't sitting, then I was running. And like my hips were having issues, and then when your body hurts, it even hurts when you're sitting down. And Emily was always showing me all these different types of stretches that I can do, these sequences that I can do, and she even made me like a pamphlet for like, hey, I know you're going out of town because you have that speed clinic. Here are some stretches that you can do in your hotel room, so you have no excuse. And she sent me this PDF, I think it was like 16 pages or something like that. And so that was really, really helpful to know that, she knew what my issues were, and she was able to create something for me. And so really, really great. Another thing that Emily helped me with was, so I ran the Miami Marathon in 2020, and she did the half marathon, but we passed by her house like on the 23rd mile, and she joined me from mile like 22-ish to 24 almost, yeah, like 24, and I felt like I was dying, and she was just running, like it was so easy for her, and then she's like, you can do it, and like just the way she encouraged me, and like just even the way she encourages me now, it's just, you need somebody like that on your team, you know what I mean? And somebody who's not just your family, because they're always going to say what you want to hear, but you need somebody who really understands what you're going through, sees your growth, and is going to help you. And the last thing, well, she's probably a million more things, but the last thing I know for sure I want to talk about is my eating habits. So a lot of you know I have had issues like with binge eating. I can tell you for sure, I have not been binge eating since October 13th. So, oh my gosh, it's almost a month, which is like the longest I've ever, yeah, it's probably the longest I haven't had like binge ate, I guess, in a long time. So anyway, but one of the things that Emily helped me with is, so she would make all these like vegan stuff meals, and she would like, and I would see like the portions she would give me are like small, but then it just showed me like, you don't need to eat that much. You know what I mean? Like, you can be satisfied and get the nutrition that you need just with this. And that was just really, really helpful for me. And then, so, because the thing is, you want your body to work for you. So if if your body is hurting because you're carrying too much weight, or you're not able to sleep well, or because you just are not feeling good, it's gonna show up in your writing. Like, if nothing changes but you become extremely healthy, your writing is going to get better, okay? Like, if your writing is going to be better, the healthier you are. You know what I mean? And when you are healthy, you feel better about yourself. And when you feel better about yourself, you want to do better for yourself. So when you feel like, yeah, I can conquer the world, and I look good, and I'm sleeping, and, everything else, you're going to want to become a better stenographer. But when you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm still binge eating, and I'm feeling pain, and I feel like why, like, you don't want to do anything for yourself then, And so having a coach that can help you with that is going to take your game to the next level, even though you're not even focused on stenography. You're just focused on you, because when you are better, your writing will be better. Trust and believe. All right, so I'll see you guys on the internet.